Welcome to On the Couch with Mom and Marcie,
where two generations come together
and the past meet the present. Two generations,
one couch.
I'm Mom.
And I'm Marcie.
We're so glad you're here. Peace, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of On the Couch with Mom and Marcie.
Blessing, everyone. Blessings.
So, before we get started, I want to do two things. First, I want to ask Mom, how have you been this last week, girl? What's been going on? Because the look on your face when you walked in here.
Girl, this week has been great, but 5 loaves today seemed like everybody had a problem.
So before you go further on the 5 loaves, explain to some of our listeners who may not know what 5 loaves is.
Well, 5 loaves is a food pantry that my husband Curtis and I, along with others, started at our church. In fact, July 24th was 21 years that we've been running the food pantry. And every Friday and Saturday, we open up at our church, and we have people coming in to pick up food. And today just was a stressful day. Everybody had a problem. Everybody was complaining about something. So it's so good to be here, Marcie, with you, so I can relax and just have a conversation with you. I wish it was later so I could have me a glass of wine.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, Mom. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. But that's actually a good segue into the second point I wanted to make. Mm-hmm. I am going to introduce a new segment today called Marcie's Mindful Minute.
Oh, okay.
And each week we're going to talk about something that I feel would be a good thing for you to be mindful about.
Okay, cool. That's cool.
So today will be the first one. But today's episode, we are going to talk about comparing the baby boomer generation and the Gen X generations in regards to several things when we grew up. So I'm going to be throwing out some topics to you, and let's just compare them. You know, stuff like relationships, faith and spirituality, technology, food, you know, music, clothing, TV, fashion. Like, you know, I'm going to pick some of those topics. Maybe all, we'll see. We're just going to have a conversation, and let's run with it. So anything else you want to add before we jump right in, Mom?
No, let's jump in, girl. Let's jump in.
All right. So in the boomer generation, baby boomer generation, I want to know, who do you think had the better childhood? You and your siblings back in the 50s, 60s, or me and my siblings back in the 80s, 90s?
Girl, please. You and Brian and y'all, do you know where I came from?
I mean, I do know where you came from, but what was it like?
Girl, please. I told you before, we didn't have autonomy. I mean, I had my family, which was great and loving and all of that, 9 sisters and brothers, and you know, and it was cool. But we just had to be careful. We didn't have freedom to go where we wanted to go and do what we wanted to do. So back here in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, where you and Brian grew up in, girl, please, you guys got it going on.
I mean, so this is going to sound crazy, and I'm pretty sure you're going to say no. Did you guys have, like, video gaming systems? No, right?
No, please, no.
Okay, that was a dumb question.
And if we did, and if they did have video games, if they were back there during that time, we wouldn't have been able to afford it.
Okay. So, yeah, we, definitely polar opposites. We had pretty much all the gaming systems. Brian, my brother, is still a gamer right now, has I'm an Xboxer. He's a PlayStation guy. But even as youth, we had like Atari and television. I don't think he ever had Sega, but he definitely had all the PlayStations, all the Nintendos. Yeah. I even think we got you a Wii one year that I have right now today.
Yeah.
Still.
But I'm trying to think if there was anything out there during that time. No.
Yeah, I would say you guys probably didn't have video games. So what did you do, like, to have fun with your friends when you were kids?
We played with our dolls, and we played Jack Rocks, you know, and we played...
Jack Rocks? Yes. What is Jack Rocks? Is that where you bounce the ball and pick up the jack?
Yeah, you pick up the jack, and we call it Jack Rocks. You know, first you bounce the ball and you pick up 1. You bounce the ball and you pick up 2. You bounce the ball, you pick up 3. You bounce the ball, you pick up 4. And then when you miss it, then it goes to the other person. And that was a lot of fun. And then we had this game called, we call it Poison.
Mm-hmm.
where, and you really gonna laugh at this one, where we would play in our yard,
Uh-huh.
and we had a lot of dirt in our yard, so we
Uh-huh.
would scoop up the dirt into a mound,
Mm-hmm.
and then you put like a little stick in it, and each person would take a turn in pulling the dirt away from the stick, and whoever the stick fall on, you were it, and you had to catch the other person.
Wait. So y'all just made up games, basically,
Yeah,
is what
yeah,
you're
we had to
saying.
catch but talking about fun, that was so much fun.
Yeah.
Chasing them, trying to catch her, it was so much fun.
Yeah, that brings me to a fond
Mm-hmm.
memory of going to Alabama when we
Mm-hmm.
were kids
Yeah.
and catching fireflies at
Oh
night at
yeah.
Granddaddy's house.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't really a game, but it was like,
Mm-hmm.
growing up out here in LA, like we don't have fireflies.
No,
So to go and do that with my cousins, that
yeah.
was a fun thing. But we also had like, we rode our dirt bikes, or
Yeah.
remember we used to live by the Kimber Fields.
Yeah.
So Brian taught me how to jump a bike. I remember when you guys brought Brian his mongoose, I think it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
And then I remember skateboarding was a big thing.
Yeah.
And I remember Brian got a John Lucero skateboard.
Yeah.
And it was like a big thing back then. So yeah, our
Mm-hmm.
childhoods seem to be the same, just different. And in the fact that like I feel like with my generation is when we started going in the house a little bit more because we had video games. Because like the kids today, they stay in the house. Like
all the time, yeah.
they're always on their devices, always on like the handheld video games, always on one of the social medias. They just don't have that. Let's go outside. Go, hi, Mrs. James. Can Marcie come out to play? Like there's no more of that. So okay, I guess we were kind of similar as far as our childhoods and what we did.
Well, I don't know if that was similar. Just to say we had the same fun, but in a different way.
But similar meaning like you guys made up games just
Yeah.
like we did. I mean, we had a little bit more because we had video games and stuff like that.
So what did you make up? You didn't make up nothing.
Like tag. That's what I mean. Like we would play tag or hide and go seek or stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
Games like that.
and yeah, now we did play those games too.
Yeah.
And then we played this game where we call it jump board.
What is that?
Where you pile some bricks up, and you had to get a long board, and each person would one person would get on the one end of the board, one person would get on the other end of the board, and then you would jump and you would go up and down.
A seesaw?
No, seesaw you sit on.
So you were standing on this?
And you would jump up and down, and it was so much fun because the person would jump on their end, and the one on the other end would go up and come back down.
I'm so
and that was fun.
Oh
and
my
we
goodness.
called it jump board, and so to have a wide board, oh girl, that was heaven. We had a lot of fun.
I mean, okay. Next topic would be like technology. So like, okay, your technology was like
nothing.
Well, you had like a rotary phone, right?
Well, yeah.
Versus like push button phones.
Yeah.
Or a typewriter.
Yeah.
Versus we had like personal computers.
Yeah, we had a typewriter.
What other technology do you think you guys had versus what we have now? Like now we have the internet. Did you have? I mean, this sounds so crazy. No, you didn't have the internet, but you had like encyclopedias.
Oh yeah, your dad used to go door to door selling encyclopedias. That's where we would get our information from. You know, like you guys go on Google now on the computer to look up something. We went to the
encyclopedia.
Encyclopedia.
I remember you guys brought Brian and I the Encyclopedia Britannica, and it was red with gold on the spine for each. I can't remember. Were they labeled by a letter? I think they were.
A to Z.
Yeah.
A to Z, and A to D, and then go to the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one. Yeah.
What about? And this is going to segue into our next topic. Cassette tapes versus CDs. Or you guys probably had 8-track back in your day.
No, we didn't even have that. But y'all did. When you
we
were really
little,
yeah, you had 8-track. But I'm telling you, we had records.
Okay, why do you say it like that? Records.
Records.
Okay. So what do
So
you
I'm
like?
saying that wrong too?
So what do you like better? It's irrelevant. What do you like better? Records or or streaming like Spotify, Apple Music? What do you like better?
Well, of course, Spotify and Apple Music, you just turn it on and then it just goes and goes and goes. With the records, we had, after it played, we got it, it was 33 and a half. But that's how big it was. And after it played, then you had to get up and turn it over and play the other side. But with Spotify and all the stuff they have now, you just turn it on and put on whatever genre you want, and it just plays.
Now, honestly, I like vinyl better. I like records.
Really?
Yeah, I cannot wait to get my hand on you and Dad's
Well,
collection.
we got a million of them.
I know exactly where they are, but it's piled underneath all that stuff in the garage.
Yes.
But I can't wait. I bought a record player just for that.
Yeah, you can come
Because the sound is better. It's something about the crackle of the record. And now if you try to buy a record because, they're obsolete, they're like $30-$50 for one vinyl album.
And the record player is coming back now.
Yeah, because I just bought one.
Yeah, it's coming back.
I wish I had you guys' system. And I know my dad, so I know it's somewhere up in you guys' attic.
Well, we got one in the den that we still...
And it works?
It still works. And the one upstairs, you should ask your
I'm
dad
if
you can use it. Because your dad buys top shelf stuff. So.
I know. And I want to say I did ask him, but I think he said something about the needle.
Well, you can order that now.
Okay. I'm going to ask him.
Yeah.
Because I have been building up my record collection, but they're so expensive. They're so expensive. So our next topic brings me to music. What music?
Oh man, we had some good music.
Y'all had like Motown. You grew up with the Motown sound.
Motown had it going on, and I'm not talking about Michael Jackson either. We had like...
Now, okay, hold on. You can't do that to Mike. I need you to take that back.
Well, I like Michael, but he is not what I call great music during that time.
I'm sorry,
I'm
what?
talking about Temptations, the Delphonics,
So you didn't like
the Dramatics, the Supremes, Martha and the Vandellas.
So you didn't like the Jackson 5?
Not big thing. We gotta make it. Girl, we got, not then.
Not. Mom.
Yeah. I would say that I didn't like it, but it wasn't, we had Isaac Hayes and Lou Rawls and, oh man, Bobby Womack. We had some good music. Y'all, this stuff that y'all call music now ain't music.
No, the stuff we have now, I would 100% agree. But, we grew up in, like, the MTV area when video music, what am I trying to say? Music videos, I said it backwards. Music videos started coming out, So, during the MTV era, I remember we had just moved out here. And they wouldn't play black artists on MTV.
Michael Jackson was the first black artist.
He was the first.
That they played.
Yeah, and I want to say it was it Billie Jean?
I don't know what it was. Whatever Michael had during that time. No, because they played Michael when we were back in Gardena, because we moved here in '83. So Michael had been on MTV for a little while, before they had them stupid groups like the Coneheads and Billy Idol and
not the Coneheads.
Yeah, this group that had the red lampshades for hats and all the, crazy.
Devo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my generation was the first to start listening to rap and hip hop.
Oh God, and that was another thing too. You get my gun, I'm gonna shoot you. Come over here. Come over here. I'm gonna shoot you.
Calm down. Mom, there's conscious rappers out there. That's not all they were talking about. Like, yes, there were some rappers that were talking like that, but I grew up around the Tupacs and the Biggies and the Jay-Z's and the Nas's.
Well, what did Tupac used to say?
Tupac actually was very, very deep. Now, he did have some...
crazy stuff.
He did.
But he did have the song called Dear Mama.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. But he also had some... If you actually listen to his lyrics, he was very deep. He was born... His mom was a Black Panther.
Oh, really?
Yes, and
Mm-hmm.
his stepdad was as well.
Oh, really?
And so he grew up in that. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, he did have that rebellious side and all that
Uh-huh.
kind of stuff, but he was very deep and conscious.
Mm-hmm.
But he did have that other side
Yeah.
too that you were talking about. But
Yeah.
I love growing up in that era when the actual real hip hop,
Mm-hmm.
not like Drake. And for those listening, I know some
Mm-hmm.
people who love Drake, but
Mm-hmm.
no.
What about those two guys?
Kendrick, I love. Oh no, that's not who you're talking about. Who?
Oh God, can't the two guys? Oh, what's their names?
I don't, Mom. You're not giving me anything
I
to
don't
go
know. I
on.
can't even think of
Okay, so the
their
two
music.
guys, but I
The two
mean,
black guys, and they started the rapping. You know who I'm talking about. If I call the name, you would definitely know, but I can't think of it
are you
now.
talking about the Sugar Hill Gang?
Say something to do.
Hip
Hippity hop.
hop,
Yeah,
the hip
yeah.
it to the hip hop, and you don't stop the rockin' to the bang bang boogie. So up jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat.
Now, what did that mean?
Not a thing.
That's what I'm saying.
But it was like you was over here bouncing your head.
Yeah, I know.
So
I like the beat. You know, it is nothing like. By the time I get to Phoenix, she'll be waiting.
what is that?
That's Isaac Hayes.
I don't think I know that song.
Yeah, by the name of it is by the time I get to Phoenix, she'll be waiting. Yeah, and then
Okay.
Isaac Hayes, walk on by.
I do know that song.
Uh-huh.
I do know
They have some
that.
good music, you know. And
Yeah.
then, of course, the Temptation, my
Yeah.
girl. You know, we had some good music.
Yeah, no, you did. I still listen to a
Mm-hmm.
lot of the music I listen to now is
Mm-hmm.
because of the stuff you introduced me to. Like
Mm-hmm.
there was a song by The Emotions,
Mm-hmm.
and I was a
Oh,
little girl. Was it Don't Ask My Neighbor?
yeah. Don't ask my neighbor.
Yeah. And you used to hold me,
Mm-hmm.
and like you would be cleaning. I remember you cleaning the house to that, and then like sometimes you would just, this is when we lived in LA, and you would just like hold me and sing the
Mm-hmm.
song and just rock. So
Mm-hmm.
now when I hear that song,
Mm-hmm.
I get emotional because it takes me back to that moment of being a
Mm-hmm.
real little
I'm
girl.
trying to think the beginning of it, of that
You're
song.
wondering if,
Oh, yeah. You wondering if I care about
yeah,
ya.
if there's some cause.
If there's some cause that
That,
I should doubt you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I can see
Oh, so you
both.
know
That's my song. That's my
it.
mama's song to me.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
you don't know
Know
me
me
very
very
well.
well.
Okay, church. All right, take us to church. Take us to church. Okay, so that's the music we definitely have the same taste. I actually attribute my musical taste to my brother
Mm-hmm.
because he's always been real deep into the music, making up his own. I can still remember his first song he made on the keyboard, you guys, but I can still hear it.
Mm-hmm.
But he was always very deep into the music because for Brian, it wasn't about black music or white music, it was about the music.
When you love
Period.
music, there is no
Black music or white
white
music,
music.
yeah.
It's just music, yeah.
And remember
Mhm.
he used to love Kiss.
Oh gosh, yes.
And
And they used to scare me.
Mom, everybody scare
Yeah,
you.
why you gotta paint your face and them long tongues and
Well, that was just Gene Simmons.
I know, but it was crazy.
Oh my gosh. It was an act. Like it was a gimmick. They were, appealing to a certain audience.
Yeah, oh my
Like,
God.
and my brother, he was really into them. I remember he had posters and all their
Mm-hmm.
albums and everything. And because I looked up to him in so many ways that I don't even think he knows.
Mm-hmm.
But that was one that I could say is really profound because he would introduce me to different types of
Mm-hmm.
music. And I still hold that today. Like right now, today,
Mm-hmm.
we still send each other music.
And he loved Rick James.
Yes. Give it to me, baby. That was
Yeah.
his song. That and
Mhm. Da-na-na-na.
yeah.
Da-na. What's the name of it? Da-na-na-na. Can't touch this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, isn't that's Hammers, and that's
Oh,
his
oh,
version
oh,
of it.
that's MC Hammer.
Yeah,
MC
but
Hammer,
that
yeah.
song for Rick James, it's
Yeah,
failing me right now.
Yeah,
But
uh-huh.
that's actually not his favorite Rick James song.
Super Freak.
I don't think Super Freak is his favorite song.
But that was Rick James.
That also was Rick James. It'll
Uh-huh.
come to me later, and I'm gonna blurt it out. But
Uh-huh.
the whole Street Life album.
Uh-huh.
And it's a picture of Rick James and he's leaning against the light pole. That was
Yes.
Brian's
Yeah, with
album.
those long braids.
Yeah, I remember I was like,
Mm-hmm.
remember when he got his
Long curly
curl?
hair. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the music, I would say you have a good taste in music because you
Mm-hmm.
introduced it to me as well as my brother.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's talk about dating and relationships, because for us, it's a lot of social media. Everybody's on some kind of app, Facebook dating, TikTok, even though TikTok's not a dating app, but people
Mm-hmm.
meet that way.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram, people meet that way. And then, like I said, the tons of dating apps. Like, how did
Mm-hmm.
you guys meet? Like, was it when you were out at the, I don't know what you guys even did as teenagers.
Really didn't do anything. I mean, my mom was so doggone strict, we really couldn't do anything but go to church, and we went to some football game. But you know what? I was drum majorette on the band, so on football, she had to let us go to the games because our band played
Mm-hmm.
halftime, and we would do that. And there was a club not far from our house. We would go to the club on Friday nights, and we would
Mm-hmm.
meet all of our friends there. But a lot of times the guys would come to the house and sit on the front porch, but he could not come to the house unless my mom or dad was home.
Mm-hmm. I mean, well, that has not
Yeah,
changed.
we couldn't entertain anybody if our parents weren't home, and that was cool. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my life wasn't bad. It was just that if you stayed on your side of the track, you were cool.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and for us in the 90s,
Mm-hmm.
90s was fun. It was
Mm-hmm.
such a good time. I
Mm-hmm.
remember you used to let us go to Club No.
Yeah.
So back in the day, it was
Mm-hmm.
a club for teenagers that you could go to, and it was, the theme was no to drugs and alcohol. So they called
Mm-hmm.
it Club No.
Mm-hmm.
Although the guy that ran that ended up being a pedophile. Go
Oh, God.
figure. But
Uh-huh.
it was fun, and we used to
Mm-hmm.
pile. That's when Brian had the Volkswagen,
Uh,
and we would all pile in the Volkswagen. That was before seatbelt laws. And we would
yes.
all, like, people sitting on top of each other in the back seat,
Uh-huh.
pile up and go up
Mm-hmm.
to Club No and Agura and have a
Mm-hmm.
good old time. That's how we
Mm-hmm.
used to go out and do, like, I guess you would say clubbing.
Mm-hmm.
But we basically now in today's time, dating apps, because nobody really goes out to meet anybody in a normal
Mm-mm.
way anymore.
Mm-mm.
Everything is so
Mm-mm.
technology based
Mm-mm.
now, whether it's, even down to reading our books.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nobody even has hard book. I actually have to shout out Marcie, because she is one of my friends
That's
who
still real.
prefers a hardback
Mm-hmm.
book, and I
Yeah.
think you do too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so like we have the
Uh-huh.
Kindle Unlimited,
Uh-huh.
but you like to actually have a book
I
in your
like to flip
hand.
the pages. Mm-hmm.
What about TV shows? What kind of shows did you
Oh
guys
man, the
watch?
TV shows that we watch, of course, Lucy. I love Lucy. Lucy would just have me laying on the floor laughing.
Mhm.
And there was a show called Amos and Andy, which now is banned
Why?
because it was white men that had black face acting like black people. But it was a
Oh.
comedy. But it was funny. But
It,
they,
so I mean, obviously the blackface was racially motivated, but were
yeah,
they saying like the N word or anything like that?
no, they just acted like they picked us to act stupid, but
Oh.
it was funny,
Mhm.
And then we had God, Ed Sullivan show, which was a
Variety
variety
show.
show.
Okay, yeah.
And if any black artist was on that show, that means that you have made it.
Mhm.
And so when they say Diana Ross and the Supremes gonna be on the Ed Sullivan show, I mean we were right there watching it because we were just so shocked to see some of us, someone that looked like us on
Mhm.
TV. The
Mhm.
Temptation was on there. We were just so excited to see that. But it really wasn't that many shows. I'm trying to think about the cartoons. Mighty Mouse.
Oh my gosh, here I come
To
to
save
save
the
the day. Oh my gosh,
day.
Mighty Mouse.
And then we had Casper the Friendly
I
Ghost.
remember
Uh
Casper.
huh. And Tom and Jerry.
Okay,
Uh
yeah.
huh. And of course Popeye.
Yeah, Popeye the Sailor
Little Man.
Man.
Uh huh. We had
Mhm.
stuff like that. But I didn't watch. Oh, and then we did. I used to watch the soap operas with my mom.
So what soap operas were out? Like Guiding Light.
Yeah, The Edge of Night.
Edge of Night.
Secret Storm, Barnabas Collins.
What?
It was called Dark Shadows, which was a show about vampires.
What?
It was a soap opera about vampire, but it was so good because Barnabas was a vampire, but he was a good vampire.
I wonder if you could find that on the internet.
Yes, you could. Yes, you can. It's called Dark Shadows. That's what it was.
Huh. So for us, we had a lot of the similar cartoons you were talking about, but I remember we had like He-Man and like She-Ra. I personally liked Jim and the Holograms, but remember Jim? And I actually watch it right now today. If I'm feeling down, they have it on Tubi.
Really?
I will turn on some Jim and the Holograms. As far as like sitcoms, I liked anything black. Like I'm just gonna say, like I liked the Jeffersons. I liked Martin. You know, old and new. You know, what else did we watch? The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
And Living
Single. Yeah, Girlfriends.
Yeah. Oh, I still watch that now.
Yeah.
On reruns.
Yeah. So we had really good sitcoms. I mean, and there's so many more. I just can't think of them all.
But you know, the TV shows on TV, whether they were comedy or drama or whatever, if you're husband and wife, they didn't show you sleeping in the same bed.
Yeah, like Lucy, or even like the Flintstones.
Yeah, they couldn't sleep. Yeah. They didn't sleep in the same bed. They slept in separate beds.
Yeah, and then like Saturday morning, did you guys have like Saturday morning cartoons? Yeah, we had like the Smurfs.
I used to love the Smurfs. I
still love the Smurfs.
Like Gargamel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to love the Smurf. And I liked it was this ant show.
An ant show?
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
Adam Ant.
Adam Ant.
And it was a cartoon called Adam Ant, and the ant was a black ant.
What was the show about? Yeah.
Well, he was a hero. You know, things would just happen, you know?
Yeah.
But, God, I'm trying to think of... We didn't watch... We really didn't watch that much TV because Mom and Dad didn't, you know, they didn't want us to be in the house, you know, that much. Go outside and play.
Yeah, that's how you guys were with us, too.
Yeah, why you sitting in here around us? Go outside and play. And we would go outside and play. And that's when we played our Poison and the Jack Rocks and all that stuff.
So I got 2 more topics, and then we're going to close this out. So what was your first job?
I worked in the office at the school, helping the office manager. I was her assistant, so I would do the copying of the stuff for the teachers. We call it memoragraphing, where you would instead of using the computer, the printer the printer that you guys have now, it was a mimeograph, where you put it on there and then you had to twist it with your hand to make copies.
Wow.
And I would do that for her, and then you know, just clean stuff and all that stuff. You know.
Okay.
I was her assistant.
Do you remember what my first job was?
Did you work?
Okay.
Well, you were so spoiled. I don't know.
Yes, I worked.
And what was it?
I reffed basketball.
Oh, okay.
Remember?
All right.
I was 15.
Well, when did you do Mervin's?
Mervin's was later in life, in my 20s. That's when I worked at Merrick's and Day and Mervin's at night. I had 2 jobs.
But you had another one before Mervin's, didn't you?
Yeah, House of Fabrics.
Yeah.
Where I used to cut the fabric.
Yeah.
I've always been a hustler. Now that I'm sitting here thinking about it. Always, like, it didn't matter what it was. If it was going to bring in some money, I got it. Let me do it. So the last thing I want to ask is their fashion. What kind of clothes did you wear? Like bell bottoms?
Oh, Lord, I hate those things.
Bell bottoms?
Yes.
Why?
Because that was a stupid style.
So what was the fashion back then that was your favorite? For me, growing up in the 90s, cross colors.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember Brian was in the military, and I think at this time he was in Germany, and he had all the cross colors, and he would come home with stuff. And I remember one time he had I'll never forget it. It was a blue hoodie with black stripes, and it
Mm-hmm.
had matching pants, and I was
Mm-hmm.
begging him for it. He would let me wear it, but I need my thing back. And when
Mm-hmm.
he left, he was like, "You can have it." He
Mm-hmm.
used to call me kid. He used to be like, "You can have it, kid," and I'd be
Yeah.
like, "I can." And I wish I could find it right now because
Yeah.
cross colors. And it's actually back out. I really want to
Mm-hmm.
get some more cross
Mm-hmm.
colors because it was so colorful,
Uh-huh.
and I just loved it.
And what was that style where you put your clothes on backwards?
That was during like the hip hop era.
Yeah.
Crisscross. It was
Yeah.
a group called Crisscross who made it popular. You
Yeah.
put your clothes on backwards, or like if you had overalls. Remember me and my overalls?
Mm-hmm.
You have one strap hanging, and
Yeah.
then the other one was up.
Yeah.
Or like if you were from the East Coast,
Mm-hmm.
you would have one leg straight, but the other one would be rolled up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugly styles.
I mean, it was different. Remember me and
Yeah.
my X hat?
Yes.
That's when I started
You used to
being.
wear that thing for every time I
Yes.
looked around. You had the hat on. You probably still got it in there
I
somewhere.
do actually have my X hat.
Yeah. That was for Malcolm.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I was always very pro black, very proud
Mm-hmm.
of being
Mm-hmm.
black and all the things, even in a white community. Although I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate my white
Mm-hmm.
brothers and sisters, I always remembered
Yeah.
my roots.
Because that was your signature wear, that hat. I don't
I
care what
actually
you had on. You
I
had
will
that hat
have
on.
that X hat on, and
Uh-huh.
I actually have a picture right now. Drea has to be like maybe
Mm-hmm.
one or two, and I have that hat on.
Was it gray?
It was black with a
Bl-
white X.
Oh,
With
okay.
a white X. All right,
Okay.
Mom. So, do you have anything else you want to add before we close out this topic?
I'm trying to think about the styles that we had. You know, well, even if we did have the styles, we didn't have them because my mom couldn't afford to buy it.
So, what did
You
you
know.
guys wear for clothes? Like, did she make your clothes?
No, we went out and I mean she went and she bought clothes, but see, by I had some twin sisters, and they were a year older than me, and so I always got
Whatever they didn't wear anymore.
yeah, I got the hand me downs because I was smaller than them, younger than
Mm-hmm.
them. And Christmas time, my mom would buy us, buy each one of us would get two outfits each, but they would all be different colors, so we could interchange.
Mm-hmm.
And I think maybe that's why I love clothes and shoes now.
And why you write your name on everything?
Well, yeah, I mean, you had sisters that would, go get your stuff. And I would say that's mine, and she would say, no, it ain't, no, it wasn't, that's mine. So I figured I saw that, put my name in it.
And y'all, she has carried that through my childhood, my brother's childhood,
Mm-hmm.
and my daughter's. Everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see stuff and oh yeah, I remember this, and it'll be like Andrea,
Yeah.
biggest day across
Uh-huh.
it, and I'm
And
like,
I messed that up too because all her Disney movies,
yeah.
if her name wasn't on the
But there
outside,
probably wasn't on all of them, I don't think, because you probably bought her all of
she
them
had every one of them. Every one of the
on
Disney,
VHS.
every one of the Disney movies that was out, either I got them or Ken McGee, her grandfather.
Yeah.
Bought them
Rest
for
in
her.
peace.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this was a fun topic.
Mm-hmm.
So what I want to talk about now is the new segment that I want to introduce to all of you, Marcie's Mindful Minute. And what that Mindful Minute is going to be is just something that I want to remind each of you out there to just be mindful about. And then at the end, we're going to take maybe about 30 seconds just to be mindful and just breathe. So today's Mindful Minute, we're going to talk about gratitude, being grateful. I think a lot of us forget about being grateful just for the simple things that we have. We always have, if you look at your life, you have exactly what you need. You may not have everything you want, but what you need, like the bare necessities, you have it. You have it. And like just yesterday, my mom blessed me up with some food, like just here you go. And even for my dog, and gratitude for that. When we remain in gratitude about just the simple things, more things come into you because that's a vibration. When you're grateful, you give off a high vibration. And when you give off that vibration to the world, it returns to you. An example might be like our jobs. A lot of us will be like, Sunday night, oh God, I know I do. I have to go to work tomorrow. But we got to flip that narrative and that thought from I have to go to work to I get to go to work. Because do you know how many people would love to be in your position,
Mm-hmm.
making the money you make,
Mm-hmm.
taking care of the things that you take care of,
Mm-hmm.
going to the home that you go to, driving the car that you
Mm-hmm.
drive.
Mm-hmm.
And because we're having an issue with our boss, we're having an issue with the coworker, we're having an issue with a process, we have to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't have to do anything. You get to. It's a
Mm-hmm.
privilege.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start changing our thoughts from what we have to do or not being appreciative of the small things we have. I could have $10 in my account, and as long as I have everything I need, I'm happy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy.
Mm-hmm.
You don't look at the $10. You look at, my lights are on. I have cable. I have a TV. I have a nice car. My insurance is paid. My lights are paid. My phone is paid. You got to look at everything.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, I would invite you, unless you're driving, do not close your eyes right now. But if you're sitting in the office or you're sitting at home or wherever you are where you're not operating any type of machinery or vehicle, I would ask you to just close your eyes for a brief moment. And I want you to just focus on the sound of my voice for the next couple seconds. And I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose. And then I'd ask you to expel that air, exhale. And just for the next couple seconds, I want you to think about something that you're grateful for. What do you have in your life that you are so grateful for? It could be your home. It could be your car. It could be this podcast you're listening to right now. What are you grateful for? And let the gratitude you have for that raise your vibration if you're feeling low. If you're thinking about anything else, that's okay. Our minds are wandering and they're built to think about other things. But in this moment, I want you to think about what you are grateful for. And I would ask that you take one last deep breath in. When you get to the top and can take no more, exhale fully and completely. And so it is. And now, Mom's Couch Wisdom of the Week. So, Mom, what is the couch wisdom of the week?
My couch wisdom of the week is, God, I am kind of relaxed now, y'all. So y'all have to, okay. Let me regroup. No, 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 no.
I'm done.
My couch wisdom of the week is, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of the dream. So dream big and believe you can achieve it.
Yeah. Yeah, if you can see it, you can do it. Period. That's good advice. That's good advice. Do you have anything else you want to add before we close out the show?
I want you to think about doing a segment just on meditation. I like that little 30-second thing.
Okay.
Explain the meditation, explain what it's about and what it does. And we can do like about a 15-minute one,
I mean, it would have to be like a show.
Yeah,
Yeah. Or, shameless plug coming up, you guys can catch me on the Insight Timer app. It's a free app that's in all the app stores, whether you're Android or Apple. And look for me. My name is Marcie James. I have a bunch of meditations on there. Not just me. There's other teachers that are on this app as well. I will be going live on this app here very, very soon. So if you liked what you just heard, there's more of that on this app. So thank you for saying that, Mom.
Oh, yeah.
In conclusion, you guys can catch this podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube Music, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and Audible. So we want to thank you guys for listening to us every single week. We see your comments, we see your feedback, and we love that you guys are loving us.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for spending this time with us on the couch. And remember, it doesn't matter what generation you're from, there's always room for you on our couch. Blessings!
Peace, everybody. Peace.